just drop me a like below and follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Today we're going to be looking at probably one of the biggest death metal bands of all time. When they came out, nobody even dreamt of them becoming this big, and we're talking, of course, about the mighty Cannibal Corpse. And I would like to have a look at the last album they actually did with Chris Barnes on vocals, Tomb of the Mutilated. This still ranks as a classic with many Cannibal Corpse fan, and it always features quite high on Cannibal Corpse rankings, as I've noticed. Yeah, the last album with Chris Barnes, I still enjoy all the Barnes era vocals. I love his deep guttural approach. George Fisher is more, he gets the deep parts, but he's also got a high-pitched, slightly more high-pitched, raspy approach. Also great, but I still think the first albums with Barnes were vital in forging what would become the Cannibal Corpse legacy. This album was still produced by Scott Burns, and yeah, it ranks among the classics. Still has the uncensored artwork there, and still has Bob Rousey on rhythm guitar and Jack Owen on lead guitar, and of course the mainstays Alex Webster and Paul Mazurkiewicz. I still enjoy the early albums as well, the first one being a bit more thrashy, Eaten Back to Life. With Butchered at Birth came a stronger death metal tinge to it, and this takes it even further. Chris Barnes was to record what would become Vile with the band. There is actually a few audio files online of Vile with Barnes on vocals, and due to differences they parted ways. But you could actually hear Vile in its original form under the title Created to Kill. So that paints a picture of what the album would have sounded like with Chris on vocals. I personally think it probably would have become quite a good album, but I think the band and Chris had different visions of how the album should be turning out. Anyway, Cannibal Corpse has left behind a legacy of great albums, and they've proven again and again that they belong right up there in the top 5 death metal bands of all time. But yeah, Tomb of the Mutilated has a classic, the evergreen Hammer Smashed Face, which was featured on the Ace Ventura Pet Detective movie, which probably gave them a huge boost as well. Then Split Wide Open, Cryptic Stench, Beyond the Cemetery, and more. Really cool album. If you're into Cannibal and you haven't heard the earlier stuff yet, this is definitely one to reach for.